Hi everyone, this is Meir. On the one end, we work very much with clients, and on the other end, a big effort that we have is to bring the concept of self-healing to everyone in the world. In my show, in WPFW, I talked very deeply with Dr. Watkins, who is a very fine medical doctor, a surgeon by profession, who became a naturopath and a nutritionist. And one of the things that I was talking about is how much people like quick fixes. You have a problem, here is the drug for it. You have a problem, here is the vitamin for it. You have a problem, here is the surgery for it. And for that reason, many of our problems are not being solved, because many people feel that all they need to do is act in a certain way and that will fix them. People think that the opioid crisis is greater today than in the past. But it really is not. It's there since we were prescribed medications. Medications at all times cause dependency. On the other hand, our ability to breathe deeply, our ability to create a situation where we can have more blood flow, is very important. That can prevent many problems. I remember that my son had an accident. He stepped down from a streetcar and a car went straight on his foot and cracked two of his bones. In a way, I can tell you, it's pretty strong if it only cracked them, to think that 2 tons of weight stands right on his foot. And he gently told to the driver, please back up. And the driver did. Next day, my son woke up and he felt terrible. And he says, I don't like this. Where he basically had a broken foot and wasn't able to move at will wherever he wanted. And so I came to him and said, now in this difficult time that your foot is broken, visualize that your bones increase in size when you inhale and decrease in size when you exhale. Visualize that the blood gets to your feet, and especially the broken foot. We then went to the sun, something that most people don't do, and the sun warmed his bones, but also the radiation of light have built his bone up. It was wonderful. He relaxed. It was amazing. But I found that when I bent his leg with the broken foot, or actually the cracked foot, it wasn't broken, thank God, he would straighten it vigorously, automatically. And loosening his thigh and his hip helped him very much to heal his foot. While most people need a cast or need a heavy shoe for a period of 2 or 3 months, he needed it for 3 weeks. Many people say, yes, I healed, but the place is still sore. That did not happen to him. I must say, we use other holistic therapies, like acupuncture, like radiation of infralight to his foot. But every single day, he would sit between 20 and 40 minutes in the sun and in the wind, exposing his foot to the light, and that helped him heal. As light is very nurturing to the bones and very nurturing to the body. So let's return to the crisis that we have with medicine. I can tell you that 1 out of every 7 or 8 people in the hospital are there because of improper medical treatment. And more than that, dependency on medical treatment to a great extent leads to psychological weakness. You really believe that you need to depend on something that will fix you. My book, Awakening Your Power of Self-Healing, is the fight against that. If you follow the chapters, you will find that you start to fall in love with some of the exercises, that they're just the right ones for you. And so my suggestion is to follow them one by one. And not to do more than 5 or 6 exercises a day. Not to do it in an overwhelming way, because we have 600 exercises in the book. But if you follow the exercises one by one, you will adopt with time the 20 or 30 that work best for you. In fact, we encourage you to write down which were the exercises that worked best for you, and which exercise did you invent with the inspiration of this book that is better for you than anything that we suggested. Which remind me of the cancer patient that I had once. Her name is Pat Sawyer. In fact, all of you should learn about her. She studied with me and she became a trainer in my work, and a good one as well. And then she learned that she had aggressive lymphoma, which is life-threatening. She was immediately offered chemotherapy, and there are times when we should take it. But she refused to take the chemo. She felt it's like throwing atomic bombs or nuclear bombs on 2 fighting armies, the cancer versus her immune system. Instead, she worked very hard to reinforce her immune system. She used homeopathy, she used acupuncture, and then she wrote me a beautiful letter telling me, Meir, for my cancer, I'm not doing your exercises, I'm doing others. And that inspiration is what led to the big change in her. She was inspired to do the exercises, and within 8 months, her lymphoma was in a great remission. One thing that she wrote to me is, cancer hates oxygen. Then she continued to do the work, and within 2 years, there was no longer a lymphoma. And today, she's alive and well and doing all kinds of wonderful projects. Pat is somebody I will always remember. Now, I'm not giving anyone an advice to not do any form of therapy that is advised to you by your doctor. That's what Pat did. She was my hero. But even under chemo, work on strengthening your body. Use nature, use your strength, and never imagine that you don't need to breathe. Many blessings, Meir.